Okay. Continuing with the rest of the poem, we figured out what the phrase die in state here means. Now, continuing with the rest of it, make the whole stock exchange your own. If need be, occupy a throne where nobody can call you a crone. Now the Frost, not now what Frost says here is that you know what, make the entire world your own. Reach that point where nobody can challenge your authority. Need be, occupy a throne. Become powerful so that nobody can actually call you a crone. Alright? So, Frost's speaker basically encourages the reader to embrace the world, accept the throne if need be, and make sure one is elevated enough to avoid being called a crone. Even if this does happen through one, though one will still meet their eventual death. Okay, this is a very self-concerned way of looking at death and world. Rather than worry about death, loss, and pain, one should focus on frivolous pursuits and therefore lose nothing that is too painful to part with. All right. So basically, he's trying to say this thing that whatever you do, whatever it is that you want to do, just do it. Just take that. Don't wait for something to happen. You need to take power in your own hands. Okay. Now he goes on. Some have relied on what they knew, others on simply being true. What worked for them might work for you. Now he suggests you two methods of living. Okay. So he says there are two kinds of people. One who rely upon their knowledge. Okay. Who rely who live their life on the basis of what they know. Others live their lives trying to be true, okay, trying to be righteous, trying to be correct. Now, this has worked for most people. Both these methods have worked for most people. You can adopt the one which might work for you. Okay, so these are two different ways of approaching life, and the speaker agrees that either of these can work for you. Again, he's simply suggesting that there are many ways to move from birth to death, but death is inevitable and unavoidable, and one needs to make up their mind to live in a specific way so that they may die in that mental state. Okay, continuing further, no memory of having starred atones for later disregard or keeps the end from being hard. Now, this stanza gets right to the heart of the poem and the conflict or pain which the speaker is providing a solution for. He says that if one goes through life without any real success, love, or friendship, then it's going to be a lot easier when time comes to die. Okay? Now, this entire paragraph is talking about this fact that if you haven't really done anything in your life, if you haven't struck friendships, if you haven't made relationships, if you haven't really worked for any success or anything like that, then it's going to be very easy for you to die. Okay, because there won't be any regrets, there won't be anything that you want to do or you want to achieve as such, or any regrets on losing out. But if that's not the case, if you have had friendships, if you have had relationships, if you have achieved success in life, if you have achieved fame, if you have achieved milestones in your life, then it's going to be very difficult for you to let go of all those things and die eventually. Okay, because just giving them away will not put you to peace. Okay, you will not be able to achieve that peace that you're looking for. Okay, better to go down dignified with bottom friendship at your side than none at all. Provide. Okay, now Frost gets really pessimistic in these final lines. Okay, he states that it's better to go down dignified and with bottom friendships, as in when you have friends who are just there for your money and your wealth. So if you die with those friendships at your side, it's going to be more dignified for you, so that the death is not messy. Then you dying will not really affect anybody else, and the death won't be messy. This is one way of approaching the troubling morality of life. This is the troubling morality of life. The title is reiterated in the last lines of the poem. It re emphasizes the poet's main theme of life and the molding of a life one can live with. One should provide themselves with the kind of friendships and career they want, but always keep in mind that no matter what one is, it'll all be lost eventually. That's what he says. That, see, if you have friends and if you have relationships around you, who love you, then your death is going to be a mess for them, right? But if you don't have anybody like that, then your death is going to be a dignified one. Nobody is going to cry out loud for you, nobody is going to make any fuss about you. You'll just die. Your existence won't really matter to anybody. So, this is a very pessimistic thought that Frost suggests. He says that you'd rather take all of these chances, be selfish about your money and your career, and die a dignified death than actually make it messy. Okay, so we're gonna stop here, and in the next lectures, I really want you to go through the poem again. If you have any doubts, then we'll discuss them later on. If you have any doubts, you can post it up on the comments section as well, and I'll solve it out there for you. But in the next class, we're gonna begin with Tree at My Window. Thank you.